I'm Denise Miller, your Leadership Lady Live, and we're here for our deep dive into leadership and storytelling. Before we go any further, please hit the like, which is the thumbs up or the heart. Also, subscribe or follow so that you'll know whenever I put up a new video. And remember to share this with your network. It helps get the message out to others who can use it, who you might not even know can use the content. When leaders can get their teams to act on new ideas consistently, it is often because they mastered the art of influence through storytelling. Today, we're going to explore a storytelling framework that you can use to multiply your leadership impact. We're going to start with the anatomy of an influential story that has 5 elements. We're going to call that SPARK. As you know, I love an acronym. S stands for situation. Set the scene quickly but vividly. Where were you? What was at stake? Give just enough context to engage people to picture themselves in that place. Then the problem. What went wrong? What challenge emerged? What was going on in the minds of people? This creates tension and gets people invested in the outcome. The A stands for action. What specific steps were taken? This is where your lesson comes alive. The behaviors and the decisions that made the difference. The result. What happened because of those actions? Be very specific about the outcomes, not just the feelings. Key insights. What was the one thing that your audience should remember and apply? Be very, very, very specific. Once you've gotten that SPARK framework down, your delivery will bring it home. Here are a few delivery techniques that will amplify your storytelling impact. The first is pace and pause. Slow down for important moments. Pause before revealing the key insight. Speed creates excitement, but pauses create emphasis. Then there's emotional range. Match your energy to the story's emotional energy. Make sure that your voice reflects the determination and then the triumph. Your energy has to match the story's emotional content. Then there are eye contacts and gestures. Eye contact with different people throughout the story will help to engage them in the story, and it will help them from being distracted as you're telling the story. Remember, though, that this is about impact and not entertainment. You're applying some entertainment like factors, but you're not entertaining. You're inviting people to participate. Ask questions like, have you ever been in a situation like this? What would you have done if? This makes your audience a co-creator of the experience. Finally, timing does matter. The most influential stories are told at decision points where your team is facing similar challenges. We want a story that connects them. Consider new approaches. Maybe they need motivation to push through a difficulty or a change that you're experiencing in your team or your organization. Don't save your best stories for formal presentations. The hallway conversation, the team huddle, the one-on-one meeting, these are all places where stories can help people to get through where they are, to break through barriers and to have an impact. Finally, remember that every interaction is an opportunity to influence through stories. Now, your assignment is to identify one challenge your team is facing right now. Then create a story using that SPARK framework, and then use it to illustrate the path forward. Practice it until it feels natural, and then just look for the right moment to share it. Thank you so much for listening today. Next week is the 4th anniversary of our YouTube channel. What I'd like to know from you is what have been your favorites over these last 4 years? I'm going to be doing a best of series, and I'd love to hear from you. If you want to take your leadership to the next level, I'm also hosting my High Road Leadership mastermind starting on Tuesday evening, July 8th. It will run for 4 consecutive Tuesday evenings through July 28th. We will be meeting for 1 hour and 15 minutes each session. The details are below or on my website. You can send me an email or a message if you'd like to know more. Finally, remember, if you have been liking this content, please do subscribe. And then also remember to share. Thank you so much for your time and your attention. It has been wonderful to share these videos with you. Take care, be well.